Hey, it's really cold and rainy right now, so I think I'm actually going to shoot this part later. Alright, see you around. Well, apparently I can only do these while traveling because it's been months since I uploaded and I'm going on another trip. Wow! I might be constantly unwell to the point of not being able to move out of my parents' house, but at least that means I get to go on post-Easter family vacations. So my film is loaded and my bags are packed, so yeah, on the road. So we're off on the New England spring vacation here. Got my father there, mother there. Pretty glad it's spring. Winter's been kind of sucky. Basically for the past year or so, I've noticed an increasing amount of fatigue and stomach pain, and it's just been really hard to get anything done. I'll just have entire days where I have to crash sometimes, and sometimes it's just entire afternoons, but you know how it be. It's kind of ruined my post-college life so far, to be honest, but the good news is it looks like we're getting better because had some tests done, should be getting on some meds soon, and then I'll be able to actually get on with my life, hopefully. I don't know, we're gonna see. Life is a journey. Whoa! Cinematic metaphor. Look at that. Ha! Lake Champlain now. There's supposed to be a lake monster out here, but I don't know. I've never seen him yet. Keeping an eye out though. Have you seen Champ out here yet?
Champ. It's kind of a nice day for Champ. I've been looking out there. I think it's 100 miles on down the lake.
Mom, do you remember last time where we were driving in Vermont and I started pointing a camera around?
I have it in memory.
Okay, so it's been another week. I am traveling in the mountains of Vermont. Yeah, like back in 2013 when I was visiting my sister, I was making weekly song videos at the time. What do you think, Mom? Right, my hair was very different then. Yours is probably pretty much the same. This was always my favorite rest stop as a kid because look at those rocks. You can climb on those rocks.
So, Dan, who plays the piano intro on Obla Di Obla Da?
I've been keeping myself busy when I have the energy, though. It turns out right down the road from me is a guitar builder who's done all sorts of interesting work for all sorts of interesting people, and he's helping me build what's called a Nordic mandola or Swedish mandola, Lot mandola. It's got a bunch of names. It's just a weird instrument. It's pretty neat. I'm going to make a video about that pretty soon, so watch out for that. It's going to be a good one. Probably not going to be out for a few weeks, though. Do you remember me playing at this rest stop?
I do, jumping off the rocks.
Yeah, those rocks over there
I do.
were the thing.
Did you?
Dad has a memory.
We were on our way to see something new, but when it all broke down, we were at a loss. I thought we had a map, you thought we had insurance. I gave you false assurance, and now here we are. And you said hit the stick.
Hello. I'm in Maine. It's still awful windy out, but hopefully you can hear some of the things I'm saying. My family's come to southern Maine as a go-to vacation spot since I was small, so I've been here a lot. Last time I was out here, I tried making a whole video about my experiences with this area, but by the time I got home, I was so fried I couldn't finish it. So that was cool. But now I'm making this video, and you can see it. So that means I finished it. That's pretty cool. Finishing things is hard. I hope you can hear anything I'm saying. Or see that guy surfing. That guy's surfing out there. He just caught a wave. Let's make our way down the beach. Let's try that. Isn't it just lovely out here, though? I mean, it's the ocean. We've been getting poetic about this since people could get poetic about things. Like, half of Tolkien's characters are compulsively drawn to it. I know in my own meager 23 years, the Atlantic's caused my own fair share of joys and heartbreaks, so I don't know. It's just got that big, deep, whooshy thing going on. I feel like making some kind of thematic joke here, like, did you see the rock show? Yeah, it was on the shore. It sure was great. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. Really in a rocky position here. Sometimes when I tell too many puns, people get salty. Oof. Another thing I've been busy with lately is ballads, specifically the Scandinavian folk ballads, because they take some of my favorite things, which is interesting music, cultural phenomenon, storytelling, and just mixing it all together. So I've been doing some research on that. I might make some videos. Watch out. So I've been to web archives and bibliographies and university libraries. Found this book. I've been loving this book. It's Jacqueline Simpson's The Northmen Talk. It's a bunch of translations from the 60s of Icelandic writings from the 1200s. There's some wild stuff in here. You got goodly bishops, vicious chieftains, brave heroes, more vicious chieftains, great poets. One thing I find especially fascinating is the measured ferocity of medieval Iceland. Like, you would have a killing or an injurance as part of a feud, but then they'd get big fines or be banished. Also, the same people who were part of feuds and wars and ferocious actions were also the great artists of Iceland. That's just some observations. So this is Jacqueline Simpson who did the translations. Great job. Forward by Eric Linklater. Awful. Let's take this sentence, for instance. It was her boldness that first attracted me, for scholars risk their reputation in a book as soldiers chance their lives in battle, and as I followed her foray into the perilous lands of Norse translation, I was captivated by the richness of the booty she was taking. Like, whoa, chill out, man. I'm not an English teachers are frauds guy. I get annoyed when people say things like that, but like, come on. Do you really have to compare being a scholar to being a soldier like that? I don't think that works, yo.
We were on our way to see something new, but when it all broke down, we were at a loss.
I haven't gone into this illness thing publicly until recently because how do you talk about it? That's a question I've been struggling with. What's a productive way to address the issue without just being all whiny or without passing it off as being no big deal? One of my favorite Instagram accounts right now is that of Rebecca Markowicz, at Rebecca Bethany on Instagram. Her bio reads, Life with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, POTS, and a brain injury. Coping with photography, writing, Christ, and tea. I like photography, writing, Christ, and tea. And it's really encouraging to see someone go through daily illness and still, like, have a life. And from thinking about it and looking at this Instagram account, I think the trick is to not let the illness take over everything and to still talk about it and be honest about it, but within the context of a different story, which is kind of what I've been trying to do with this whole vacation video thing. I don't know if it's working. I think maybe it's time to get up and get going and see if the camera's been recording. So check out this rest stop. It's got a whole greenhouse thing. I think it processes the water. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Vermont, you know? All right. Let's wrap this up with a good old travel montage.
You said head to stew, big fries, could take advice, 'cause I pretend we wouldn't be in such a stinking mess. But head to stew, advice, 'cause I